Most traders focus on the wrong thing. They think they need more information. They think they need another indicator. They think it's going to be on the next setup. It's not. The difference between the traders that are consistent and are not comes down to one thing, and that is structure. How they process information, how they build context, and how they make their decisions. Because the market doesn't reward randomness. It rewards clarity and conviction. And clarity doesn't come from more information. It comes from having the right infrastructure to begin with. But there's another layer that people ignore. Your lifestyle. A trader with no structure in their lifestyle will never have structure in their trading. Poor habits, poor routines, no discipline, that alone shows up in your trading. And it's not a coincidence that traders who perform at a high level live with intention, meaning, and structure. Because trading is just a reflection of how you operate. That's the shift that most traders never make. So we know building your own infrastructure, building your own lifestyle, building your own routines, systems, all that matters way more than a trading strategy, okay? So now the question is, what does a hedge fund or an institutional trader have that retail does not have besides their own infrastructure, besides their own routines, okay? Well, part of that is the proper tools, right? And nowadays, with AI and all this other stuff, you are able to have these tools and these infrastructure like these hedge funds and all these other crap that other people have, right? You can get that same thing too, okay? So I'm just going to show you, and this is not a sales pitch. I'm not selling you this at all. This is just what I use for my coaching members. I'm just going to say this is something that you can build too, learning AI, right? Or you can just buy it. I mean, I spent a lot of time on this, so I don't recommend anyone to actually build it versus just buying it, to be honest. But let's just go through here, okay? So first off, building our own infrastructure. In what way? How does Omega AI help with that, right? How does Omega AI help with building your own infrastructure? Well, sector rotation, okay? Right now, we jump to the 3-month time frame because anything less than that, I don't really care for. Maybe the monthly, but the 3-month time frame, right? We can see what sectors are outperforming. What are the top performance sectors? How many sectors are up? How many sectors are down? What's the market average? And what period of the last 3 months? And we have all this written down on a, guess you can say a dot plot or a chart here, right? We have what's improving, what is lagging, what is weakening, but still doing good, and what is leading, right? So we can see that, let's say, metals is weakening, right? It is outperforming, but it is weakening from its peak, okay? Versus oil and gas is just absolutely crushing everyone, right? Oil, gas, chemicals, retail's getting up there, telecom's up there, and we can hover over it and see, okay, 3 months, 5%, 1 month, the trend is down 3.8, right? So that's kind of going down where it's like almost to the weakening stage, right? Versus like biotech, the last 3 months is up 13.5%, but this last month has been down 6%. So that is weakening, right? So my clients, my coaching members, we have access to tools like this that I've built for them that comes with their entire package, right? And then we have the entire list of every single sector that's leading, every sector that's improving, weakening, lagging, just in case you don't want to, look through this chart, right? We have everything here. Then we have the full ranking of what stocks are ranking this. Okay, so oil and gas, what stocks are ranking this oil and gas performance, okay? Exxon, EOG, CVX, COP, SLB, PSX, right? So we have these stocks that are being tracked for this sector, right? It is usually, I believe this is right, it is 3 large or mega caps, and then 3 medium caps, okay? So there shouldn't be any penny stocks on here. It's just going to be either big caps or then a mix of some small caps or large caps and then a mix of medium caps, right? So we have telecom, right? We have AT&T, we have Verizon, we have T-Mobile, and then we have like CHTR and then these 3 and Disney. Don't know why Disney's on there. But wireless and broad, I guess that's telecom. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess Disney Plus and stuff like that. So But anyways, so we have semiconductors, we got AI and data centers, we got clean energy, insurance. Right? Which one is worse, right? Software. Software's been getting absolutely crapped on, right? Oracle, CRM, Microsoft, Adobe. Like software is super, super undervalued. It's super, super cheap, right? So if you're looking at a play in the stock market, right, you're looking at a sector to get into, okay, and you're looking at, I want to get into a sector that is beaten down, that is undervalued, that is cheap. Okay, well, my coaching members can hop on here and look at this immediately, right? They can immediately, within 1 second, just hop on here and says, okay, what sector is beaten down? Software, and then jump onto their trading view, write down some charts that I taught them how to do, see where we're at, look where the market's at, read the macro, read everything else, and then look at this and say, okay, I think I can get into software now, right? Now, I'm not saying you should. Actually, I would advise against it because it needs to be improving, right? Improving, but weakening is pretty good. So like you can look at maybe, yeah, software is on there. So software is improving. Cybersecurity is improving. E-commerce is improving. Insurance, streaming is improving. I think this might be where Disney needs to be, but I'll have to look at that. Banks, insurance, it was lagging, right? Payments, AI, data centers, semiconductors, clean energy, auto EVs, right? I think what I'm going to add on here also is going to be crypto. I believe crypto stock's not on here. So I'll add crypto on here. But this is just this one tool right now. Still work in progress, but is ready to use. That is one tool. Now, what's some other tools? Okay, well, they have a portfolio tracker, right? They can sit here, track their portfolio. Now, this is just some random portfolio I threw together. But you can see we have the SPY's year-to-date return is almost down 5%. It shows your total gains and loss. It shows your initial capital, cash balance, stock value, your risk based off of my risk gauge. You got your diversity gauge, which is 4 stocks as well diversified. Based off of mine, you have my portfolio grading calculator. So it automatically calculates your portfolio, sees if you're too heavy in some stocks, you don't have enough stocks, you're holding too little stocks, you have too much cash, position sizing, 64-year rules, stuff like that. Okay. Then it has your pie chart. You can also add any options and hedges you have with options over here, although that does not auto update for you, of course, as options. So you're going to have to update it here and there, but you can at least have a list there just so you know you have it, right? Shows you your holdings, your gains and losses, your value. You can do a estimate returns calculator, which is amazing, right? This I do kind of show this with my coaching, and that is you need to know how much you're going to make. You need to know how much you're going to lose. You need to know your risk to reward to make sure it's even worth adding this to your position, right? So UNH, okay, let's just say a price target for UNH was 430. The current price is 270, right? So we know that if UNH goes to the price target of 430, even if the current price is at 270, we're looking at a 12, and also with the current value and how many shares to your portfolio, it'll find out that is a 59% about, and that's going to have a 12.5% change on your portfolio to the upside. So you may look at that and be like, that's amazing. That is actually really, really good. I want to see that performance. So that is now you know how much that's going to actually affect your portfolio. And if that's not enough, then that means you might need to size heavier in it, right? Or maybe if you're already size max in it and it's still not enough, that's not really worth it. Let's say you're looking for a 15% portfolio impact on that to one asset, then you can just not buy it, right? And find a new idea. Find a new idea from your idea generation, right? So you can also add up all these targets and it'll combine it. So you'll be up 42% year to date if all your targets are hit this year. Shows your total dollar gain, your net portfolio value after all that. Shows your position performance, UNH, days held, 130 days. Average daily move is red. Average total return, average weekly move. You can track your stock beta calculator just so you can see where it performs compared to SPY. Although, that's more for the newbies. You don't necessarily need that. Obviously, like stuff like Nimbus is going to have high volatility. You can pretty safely guess that's going on. And you can also remove stuff like if you don't want your screen to be so cluttered, you can just come up here and you can hide it, right? You can also add stuff back that already removed, stuff like that. So this is good to track your portfolio for our coaching members. Sector rotation is really good. Altcoin indicator still work in progress, but this was phenomenal. It was working before. We just had some bugs that we have to work out, but we did catch a 70 to 100% trade on multiple altcoins last year with it. So it's pretty cool. And the stock screener, of course, we do have, which I am going to tweak a lot. So, but this is here for our members. You got a portfolio calculator separate from your main portfolio. Stock beta calculator is separate. So this is all. You also see the prediction history. You can see which one is hit, which one is active, which ones have missed, right? So, SoFi short did hit. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to change that. But SoFi shorts did hit. Zeta was a miss, but that was a high risk play, right? OPFI, that was also a miss. But that was also high risk play, kind of. It was like in between, so I just put it on average. But regardless, and they also come over here to the Academy section, right? They can go to courses. They can sit here, learn anything about my strategy that they want. So let's just say, we did our weekly call and they want to know something else, but for some reason, I'm not there to answer the questions, or maybe they don't want to wait. They want to learn it right now and wait for me to respond, which I respond always within 15 minutes. But let's just say they want to come on here and learn something really quickly that they forgot about and they just want a refresher, right? They can hop on here, go to Ellie's Wave Basics. They can come all the way down here, go to Jump. Let's just say they want to learn about Wave 3. They need some updates. They come over here and they can read all this information that I have about Wave 3. And then they can go and watch this video that I have going over Wave 3. So this will just be a refresher for them all, right? And they come over here, just watch any videos that I post on Omega AI. They can sit and watch all of these, right? And then another one is they can play some mini games, right? I have a trading playbook game, right? They can come over here, hop on Black Swan events. Let's just play, I don't know, this, okay? What is the important all-time high? Okay, well, what's the important all-time high? Well, the important one is this one right here, right? Because obviously I made these, so I know exactly what their answers are. So they can come here, play some mini games. They can check their grades because everything is graded. Because they can sit here and submit charts, right? You can sit here, submit your charts analysis, and I personally, no one else, I will sit there and grade it for you to make sure you are on track, right? So either you want to submit some extra work outside of a call like homework, and you want to submit some homework, you can come over here and submit charts as homework over here, and then I can grade it for you. Like for an example, we can go right here to graded, and we can just look at this and we can see what they posted, right? So this person posted this chart, one of my coaching members, and you can see what they're trying. So like lots of fair value gaps on the weekly chart basically can be seen on one big zone as well if we look at blah, 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 blah. So fair value gaps, right? So we can see this, right? This is UNH on the weekly, so we know that they're on the right time frame. We can look at, okay, bullish fair value gaps. Okay, so we are looking for a bounce. We are also in the discounted fib zone. He's saying this is going for wave 3. So far, I saw nothing wrong with this. So overall, pretty good chart, right? So, and I'm not here to sell you Omega AI. I'm not here to sell you anything, right? I'm just showing you that our coaching members has the infrastructure, has these tools that they need to succeed in the market, right? And when you look at retail does not have this, right? Retail traders will literally wake up 10 minutes before market open, hop straight into the chart, place a trade, then go get ready, go make a bowl cereal, go do some other crap, come back, and then come back, see they lost money, and then take another 25 trades because they don't have an actual system and infrastructure and the tools, right, and play. So that's why I build this. This should help you with your routines. This should help you plan out your next trade, get maybe some idea generation to make sure your charts are on point, make sure you can get that checked by a professional, just so you have the tools, so you know what sector you're in, and all this stuff. So you have to build your own infrastructure. You have to build your own tools. You have to or find some tools, right? Because if you're just showing up the market saying, I like that company, I'm going to buy it, you are not going to win. Sorry, but that's just not how the market works, right? So you need to learn how to build your infrastructure. You need to know what types of infrastructure you need to build, what aspects of this really matters and which one doesn't, right? So this is just one part. If you want something for free, a free start of your infrastructure, then comments down below infrastructure and I'll send it to you. And what I'm going to send to you is actually on our free, we'll actually go to here because it's on our Google Doc that we have, our SOP. So if you go over here to our SOP, which if you comment, I'll DM it to you. This is also a ton of more information over our strategy with the fibs, execution, LA theory, buy zones, resistance zones, options, macro idea generation, sector rotation, position sizing, stuff like that, right? So, which are not done, but they do have some stuff in it. Like I think buy zones has some stuff in it right now, but I'm still working on it. It's a lot of information I got to put down. But a free tool to help you build your own infrastructure, right? Just comment down infrastructure and I'll send you a DM. Honestly, you can't do that on YouTube. I can't send you a message on YouTube. So you can either comment down below and I'll tell you how, or you can just go to my Instagram or my X page. They're all links in my bio on my YouTube profile, and then you can go and DM me on there. But you can come over here, and this is a free thing that I give out for free to all new followers, just as a gift to help them out, because I try to help as many people as I can, and if I can help you, I'm gonna do it, right? I'm not gonna sit there and be that suck up person who's gonna sit there and gatekeep all the information, right? I spent years doing it. I wish I had someone that could hold my hand and show me everything. So I'm going to be here and help people that I can, right? I got a lot of stuff for free when I was first learning. I got a lot of help from my mentors and stuff like that. So I always try to give back, right, and do the same to some extent. So yeah, so that's kind of why. And while this loads, which I hope it does load, I don't know why it's not loading, but while it loads, what this basically is a trading planner or journal, what you can say. So let's just log in really fast. Oh, well, that's not going to work. So once I fix it, I will send it to you in the DMs on Instagram or X, or just DM me first or comment down below and I'll give you information and so on. But yeah, so basically, you just need to learn how to build your own infrastructure and actually have the proper systems in place. Get a routine, get it going. Don't wake up before market open. You need to wake up at least an hour before market open, and at least an hour get ready and stuff like that. So you're at your desk, you're refreshed, new clothes, you've ate already, you got some water on the side, and you're fully dialed in and whatever else you need to help you focus, right? So work on your lifestyle because, of course, like I mentioned before, traders who have a shit lifestyle will have a shit trading career, but traders with an amazing trading career will always have a amazing lifestyle. So remember that, and I'll see you in the next video.